first two callers we're looking for this evening. Good luck. The lines are open. Okay. As May draws to a close the bank holiday weekend, so does our monthly photographic search. This month we've been absolutely inundated. The big theme this month was flowers.
Thank you so much for taking the trouble to send all your pictures in. We do really appreciate it. But time now to find out which ones have caught the eye of our photographer, Stephen Allan.
Stephen, good to see you. Thanks for coming in again. It's been really successful this month, the theme flowers.
Fantastic.
And you've got your flowery shirt on just to prove it.
Dressed appropriately.
Well done.
Hard to decide the final five?
Very difficult because there's different aspects, you know, that you're drawn to and so on. But people have taken note, you know, the different settings in the camera and different things like that. So I think you'll be quite impressed as usual. Okay, so we asked you to find a top five for us from all the pictures that were sent in. Let's take a look. First one was this one you chose. Allan Duffy took this photo of the Bluebell Wood near Blairgowrie. Why this one for you? Basically because it's shown that the images themselves, you know, it draws your eye into the middle, you know, of the picture. The bluebells are in focus in the middle, and then it basically just is a nice splash of colour, you know, in the picture. So it's a good scenic shot. The blue and the green, lovely. Blue and the green.
So calming that one, doesn't it?
Well done.
Well, the next one was sent in by Anne Bryden. She's from Ayr. She said this photo here, we love this because she was convinced that the bumblebee was drunk in the pollen. I'm convinced as well. You
actually.
are as well.
Yeah, I just love the fact that it is covered in the pollen. It's really, really close up, and a nice contrast of colours, you know, within that picture.
All right, our third choice, your third choice, was this one from Sheila Brush in Linlithgow. Well done, Sheila. Why this one?
Well, all the water droplets, you know, in the flower itself, catching the light. It's quite unusual in that, you know, there's so many water droplets in it. The fact it's left of centre, so again, it just leads your eye into the blank space at the side. Because a lot of people just shoot a picture dead centre, and a lot of the time, if you shoot it slightly left of centre or right of centre, it just adds a bit more dynamic.
You were talking, encouraging people to use the macro setting on the camera. Is that the kind of picture that results in?
Exactly, that kind of thing. I mean, most of these ones are. Obviously, the one further out wasn't, but most of these ones are just because it just picks out the finer details, you know, like the hairs on the end, you know, of a leaf and things like that.
Okay.
The finer detail. Claire of Eastwood, she sent this next photo in, and here it is. Why did you like this one,
I just love the simplicity of colour as well. People think of flowers, and it's not technically a flower, but it just had to be in there. But it's just very simple. You've got all the detail in it. You can see it's new shoots as well, so I absolutely love that one. It's very fresh.
Beautiful. And the final picture that you've chosen, this one from Gordon Duncan in Inverness. Thanks, Gordon. This is violas in full bloom in his back garden. Why this one for you?
Well, it matches my shirt. No, actually, it's because you're taking a big solid block of colour, and you think of flowers, it is all about, you know, the colour. But the fact is, he's taking it really close crop, so it becomes a nice big pattern, you know, on its own. And I think it's a really good tip. If you see repetition anywhere, try and crop into that, and then it means that all you're looking at is a repetition of the pattern. And it makes the picture a wee bit stronger, I think.
So that's your short list.
Yep.
What was your favourite out of them all?
The one with the water, which was Sheila Brush in Linlithgow.
Hey, well done, Sheila. That's our favourite from the month of May. And just tell us again why this one.
Again, just all the water droplets on it. You can see every individual one, the way the light's catching it, the fact it's slightly left of centre, and it's such a nice, crisp, you know, clean shot with a lot of bright colour in it.
Good. Okay, so that's May almost gone. We move on to June. We need a new theme from you. What's it going to be? What's the challenge?
Which coming up? The World Cup.
Yeah.
Right, so basically it's going to be sporting games. Sporting games, and that's quite a nice wide brief, and people can take it from any angle they want to.
Okay, well, you've taken three pictures here. These are examples of your work to kind of inspire us and get us thinking in a creative way. Let's start on the left here.
Well, basically, this was taken up at in Nairn, in the Black Isles, I think, and basically it's just a really cool action shot. You can see their feet are off the ground, the shadow's a little bit further away from them, and it's really just to show action, you know, movement in a picture.
For our viewers at home, taking an action shot can be difficult because a moving arm, it looks blurry. What can they do? Well,
they may have a sports setting, you know, on their camera itself. And all that's really going to do is think for you a little bit and probably actually just speed up your shutter speed. So if you don't have that, that's what you should look to do and really just experiment a little bit on it.
You've said before, don't be afraid of blurry in pictures. It can actually add and tell a story.
But again, I mean, I'd really like actually shooting where, you know, for example, it's a dancer and you've got an arm moving, you know, in the picture, and the rest of it's really crisp. So you can see the intention and you can see the before and the after in the one picture. Okay. I think that's really dramatic.
Okay, middle one here, tell us about this one.
Again, talk about sports and games, so I had a lovely bright shirt and a friend as well, and Basically just to show chess and the fact that they're, you know, playing chess and things like that. And a nice silhouette, you know, the two of them framing, you know, the picture, just to show a different kind of lighting.
You get a real sense of the concentration. So I suppose you could think about faces. It doesn't have to be about action. It can be about
absolutely.
faces.
Again, in spectators, you know, their expressions, you know, in the background and things like that. I think that's all part of sport. I mean, that's who makes sport, you know, really, as spectators as well.
What's our last picture?
It's a grandpa and grandson, which I thought was really cute. And I photographed that for quite a distance away. I think it was in Torglen Sports Centre or something. And I just really liked it because it's kind of, what do you call it, emblematic, you know, of the relationship between the two of them.
Yeah, and the colour of the ball and everything, and his rucksack as well.
I liked it being grainy, you know, like that. It actually kind of suited to the picture, and that's really why I've chosen that one.
Okay, so you would encourage people, be creative.
Yep.
Think outside the box.
Yep.
Box. I was waiting for somebody to do that. Stephen, thank you very much for your time.
Welcome.
We'll see you in a month's time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are inspired, so if you'd like to send in your sporting photos, you know exactly what to do. You can email them to thehour@stv.tv, that's thehour@stv.tv, or send a picture text to 81441, that's 81441. Right, that's